when the money go. You don't slap that's fast if the money low. I'm a grand round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Bit 180, black 11.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Easy, easy.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are.
This is caught inside the 15. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for second and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Here's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey! Watch the ship. Watch the right.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Hey, Rocket. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Orange 5-4. 5.
Mike 57. Watch the run. 57. Mike 57. Man out.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And it's taken in at the 9.
You play to win. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Where are they, team? One.
H3-2-18. Chopper. 36.
Where are they, team?
Mariota hands to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Third down and 11.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, here's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Easy.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
57's the mic. Rock 57. All day.
Hey, 79! 79! Wait, 89!
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Wait!
First down, Rivers. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play. Of the first quarter.
Hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rivers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Hey, exit.
50 seconds.
From the 30 on second down, Rivers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's Mixon on the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Rivers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check it back.
Zero.
From the gun, Rivers. And able to find Green. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Load it. Load it. General West.
Check 15. Check.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Red Delta.
Kill.
X3. 218. Chop. Load it. Load it. Left. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd down now. Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Okay. Round 80.
I don't even know why his team showed up.
Hey, Delta.
55.
Hey. Hey, Charlie.
Check 55 to Mike.
Behind.
On 3rd and 2. Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On second down, it's Henry, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Got a man open. It's Ross. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rivers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Green brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a run with Anderson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Keep it skinny.
Put the 7's the mic. Rock with the 7. Hey.
Load it.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
I got you. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Alpha!
No.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, Abby.
Hey, easy.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Here we go.
Now Rivers on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Box trap. Line 36. Line 36. It's going to be
working out of the gun, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mariota gives to Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Delta.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Wait. Hey, ready.
Throwing Rivers. He gets this one to Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Black 11. Through.
Chopper.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Bengal first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same...
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Load it. Load it. Wait, 89.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, Rocket. Hey, Echo. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Rivers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. They find some open field here. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Run 80.
55.
Rivers to throw this time. He completes it to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Black 11.
Our time. It's our time. Chance.
Hey, 79. 79. Switch it. Load it. Red Delta. Flip.
On first down, Nixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Once again, they run with Nixon. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
24's the mic.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Hey, wahoo. Done.
Now Rivers. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, Delta. Behind.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Run 80. 80 weapon. Hey, 79. 79.
57's the mic. Hey, come on.
Here's Rivers going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Quick dash. Come.
Cluster. Shoot.
57's the mic.
Alpha. Hey, Alpha. White!
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Load it. Load it. Zero. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike, what do you want? Hey, it's coming up. Hey,
Behind.
I'm coming.
Behind.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. He's got his man here. It's Green. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. A gutsy decision there going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5. There on first down.
Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Check 99. Check 99.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.